boy, Stray Pippo. I'm now going to hand over to Jay. You're going to do the intro.
Oh, my border got messed up.
What the fuck? Need for Speed, fan bases in real life gaming, car scene, would you rather and
You got that
Q&A.
completely wrong.
Did I?
Okay, so just to fill everyone in, it's another 1 o'clock episode. It's actually 1:30 at the moment. We all feel like death. I feel like
Death.
I don't know what I feel.
I'm chilling. I'm mellow.
I just feel awful. So today's topics. We're going to talk about NFS PC, about my experiences with it. I think I'm the only one here who's played it. Everyone basically is going to get it here, so it's something we can talk about. We're going to talk about fan bases. This is Jay's topic, so you can lead that one. I don't know what the fuck he's talking about what he means by that's good and I. We're also going to talk about the IRL street racing scene and car scenes in our areas and stuff like that. And would you rathers, and obviously you're going to round off with the Q&A questions at the end. If you want to go ahead and get your questions answered for next week, go ahead and leave it down in the comment section down below and we'll go ahead and answer them. But the first topic for this week is NFS PC. So I think we should get past this quite quickly because we talk about NFS every single week. It's basically console with 60 FPS, wheel support. It's basically just console but better.
Yeah.
Graphics included. Yeah.
The graphics look insane. The port's very solid. You will be able to run this if you do have a low-end computer because it's a very good port. You know, that extra 4 months they did spend quite good on getting the port done. I've got a 960 and an AMD FX 350, 16 gigs of RAM, and I can run it at 1080p high 60 constantly. So it's a very good port. That's basically it. Should we move on to the next thing now? There's really
like I hear.
There's really not much
for
to say.
the PC version. I hear from multiple reports that the anti-aliasing makes the game look blurry. So, is that true or no?
It looks completely fine to me, unless you are a graphics whore and you care obsessively about it. You will be fine.
It could depend on the graphics.
You
part.
didn't install the graphics drivers, did you? Because people have been saying that
No,
the graphics
because they
drivers,
break the game.
Yeah. Well, your computer entirely.
And I don't want it to break my game. So
Oh, what do you mean that it breaks the game? I'm not aware
what
of
it
it.
would do is it would it would boot you up into like be
basically
like,
you'd fall through the map. That's what CJ's trying to say.
So
no,
if you-
that's not what I'm saying.
Hold
Like,
on,
what I'm
if
saying
you-
is the,
That is what it would
the
do.
graphics drivers would cause your PC to keep loading up in an infinite blue screen of death, as well as just simply crashing. Actually, this update actually had reports of their people's cards being melted, so it's not just people going through the map.
Nigga, this ain't the 9 o'clock news. You don't have to keep saying reports of. You can just say you've heard.
I was just asking a simple question, man. Why do you have to?
Are we done with the Need for Speed PC?
Hello, so
I'm
today we've got some ASMR Drivecast with me, your boy Straight to Vivo. I'm going to give you a full 360 ear porn. Hi.
Oh, you're
So
such a retard.
So fucked. Okay, that's all there is to say on NFS PC. I don't want to go on about NFS PC. We could sit here for 30 minutes and say, oh, it was an amazing port, and basically, we're probably going to talk about this next week when everyone's actually got it. So we'll say this week. All you guys need to know is if you like NFS and you want the Ultimate Edition, it's basically going to be on PC. Next, we should talk about fan bases. That was your topic, Jay. So once you're done having like a... Oh, he's back. He's back. It's your topic next.
Well,
Next.
I think this is a very great way of me leading.
You need. I can see the side of your head. Are you in need of a haircut?
Very. I've been in need of a haircut for.
I can tell. I can see it in the side. Of your
Nigga,
head.
I've needed a haircut ever since you've seen me in this hat. So my whole life. Anyway, where I was going with this, well, you just knocked me off track. We seem to always come into some stumble when it comes to thinking of topics in this podcast. So I've, this week, and I feel like every week we have an issue, I'm going to come up with something that I've been going through in my past week that has solely nothing to do with driving games or anything, okay? Fan bases, right? Mm-hmm. The reason why this has occurred to me, or why I've thought, let's talk about this, is because here come the weeaboo comments. I love anime. Anime is a very you can see, I like anime. It is something that I watch. I don't give a fuck, nigga. Black guy who likes anime, weeb. Don't give a fuck, nigga. But that does not mean I follow any of the fan base's trends of saying shit like senpai or kawaii or any of that bullshit. Any of that, nigga, you can move that shit straight away from me because I don't like it. It makes me feel uncomfortable. Even when I hear it in the anime itself, it's uncomfortable. Senpai is a word that's literally come from dubbed versions of anime. Like, it's not, Japanese people don't say senpai, I don't believe. Quote me on that.
It's a made up word. It's a made up word.
I think it is. Kawaii isn't though. I think kawaii is the real word. But my point is, the fan base is gonorrhea. Now, this can relate back to any other fan base, such as football or sports in general. I'm not gonna. I didn't just say football. I'm gonna make a lot of people angry saying that.
Why?
Because sports fans, they can't take criticism.
That's what leads to most of the riots over there. Is football.
They can't take criticism.
How the fuck do you know that? Do you live in the UK? No, shut the fuck up.
That's just
and go
what
and
it
die.
seems.
Go and die.
Football, games. Oh.
Game?
Whoa, they come through strong in games.
I think the internet just comes as one section. Internet. AIDS. Fucking AIDS.
YouTube
like,
section.
All you need to do is go into 4chan to realise that the internet is probably the cesspool of this world. Yeah. CJ, go and kill yourself. We don't want you in this call.
I wouldn't even call the internet the cesspool. I would call the internet a place where all the scum of the earth come together to be made to make.
I mean, we're here judging other people in a podcast.
We're scum.
Online. We're just as bad as the rest. Yeah. And you know what?
Really?
I am. No, we are.
I'll meet you guys at the gates to hell, nigga. We can have a tour together.
Not me. I'll be
Speedway.
Speedway,
don't try to say that you're not an awful human being. I've seen some of the shit you say after Drivecast, nigga. You are going straight to hell.
Hold up. I didn't say that. I have a VIP place in hell. I have a VIP ticket, and I'm gonna be the devil itself.
VIP.
Yeah, VIP. I already have it here. Like, I earned it. I'm so happy. I'm actually happy.
Oh, so no. What do you have?
A VIP ticket.
Amen.
CJ, see, you think you're gonna go to heaven, but you're gonna go to hell for going against Jeebus, and it's all just gonna go bad for you.
Jeebus says treat everyone with respect, so kill yourself, Cam.
That makes a lot of sense, you fucking autist. I hope the devil just fucking crushes you. I hope when you come into hell, I hope that you're at the back of the line while me, Speedway, and Jay have got VIP passes getting straight to the front. Like, you know when you go on. You know when you go onto amusement parks and you like skip the ride, like fast track sort of thing.
Why?
Me, Jay, and Speedway have, and Niner. We need to talk about why Niner's not here, but me, Jay, Speedway. We're all gonna have fast track tickets. We're gonna skip the queue, and everyone's gonna be like, "How is he getting into hell faster?" Niggy, we VIP motherfucker.
Who complains about someone getting into hell before them?
Yeah, but you don't want to be sat in the queue of like billions.
It's not as bad as hell itself. I mean,
how do you know?
If you're VIP in hell, you're gonna be balling. That's all I'm saying. If you're like the devil's side man, mate,
I would be so proud, man.
He's gonna be giving you the hose. He's gonna be making it rain on your ass. He's gonna be treating you good.
I could actually imagine hell being like GTA.
I honestly think it's just like being married to Jay if he was really, really rich.
Imagine if hell is just a series of just like
you can't even speak, man.
Imagine if hell was just a thing.
Imagine if hell was just a bunch of small
nigga, shut the
things.
fuck! Shut up! I'm done with this. Shut up!
Excuse me.
Get in the back of the line like the back of the
nigga.
bus.
You ain't swaying it off. You ain't got the answers, autist.
This is Skype. That's cool. Fucking weeaboos.
believe all counter argument.
Thanks for crashing my Skype.
Okay,
That wasn't
so
me, by the way.
I don't believe it wasn't me. I'm not host. I don't believe all fan bases are AIDS. Now you do get the niggers that say quai and all this weeaboo shit like Hasudi Askinyo. But you also get the peaceful anime fans who don't want to be troubled by these dumb weeaboos, such as Ye Nigga J. He did the devil horns.
I actually
Ooh.
wouldn't call myself. I'm an anime fan, but not like.
The same way.
I'm not gonna start writing fan fictions about fucking characters that I watch.
So the same way I watch wrestling, then, or the same way I watch Walking Dead or Better Call Saul. It's not like it's just a side hobby thing, right?
Yeah.
It's not the same like level as in like racing games, because like, that's something I'd invest myself into. But if it's on, like, watch it.
I'm not gonna make a YouTube
I
channel
do
around
have to
anime.
say, I watch Team Mom all the time, and
Consult yourself.
I'm not even.
He's looking for people to jack off to.
What I was gonna say,
Yes.
it's like something you do after you've made the YouTube videos, basically.
Yeah, I literally if I find myself just sitting here doing absolutely nothing,
Or rendering
I'll,
or some shit.
yeah, I'll watch a couple of episodes or
A couple episodes. How long
Well,
does it
no,
take you to render?
Well, you're a dumb nigger.
Why are you even here? Why are you even here?
It's almost 2 o'clock in the morning, and you're talking shit to me.
I'm not talking shit to you. I'm asking Jay a question. So calm your.
The devil is in this call. Don't fuck with the devil.
You're gonna legit start making people
Running
think
with
that you
the
worship the.
devil.
No, mate, if there's an Illuminati sign-up sheet, sign me up. I want to be in that Illuminati gang. Oh, God.
What is that? A fucking
That
hexagon?
was that hexagon.
What was that? You can't even make a triangle.
Look at my devil horns.
You can't even make a triangle with his hands.
He looks like he wants to kill himself.
I don't blame him. Oh.
Yeah, one fan base which is really, really good, I like to think, is our small YouTube fan bases. When you get into the bigger ones, turns a bit of AIDS, to be honest. Bit of AIDS.
Got a bit of AIDS floating around.
A bit of sprinkle here, a bit of sprinkle here. You know, I mean, you can't. Every dish can't be perfect. That's all I'm gonna say. There's gonna be a few bad apples, but for the most part, I got a solid motherfucking piece of apples, nigga. If I see a bad apple, I'll like bite into it, and I'll be like, "Ew, that's a bad apple." And I'll like throw it away.
Bad apple.
This thing happens to me with melons.
I mean, okay, this is a legit thing, and I'm gonna go on a bit of a ramble here. In that bag, I've got a carrier bag over there, which I'd like put all my rubbish in. I think I've had about 5 apples over the past this week. All of them must be in there. Should I see what they look like? I've left them in there for about 5 days.
Show you on camera.
I might do that after Skype call. I don't really want to feel sick, to be honest.
Good.
No.
Are you trying to make people X off this video, nigga?
I'm sure we 15 minutes in, this is probably the most autistic fucked up Drivecast people have watched, but I don't give a fuck. Episode 56, we forgot to say that. We also forgot to say that the reason why Nine is here, but we'll talk about that in a minute once we've gone off the topic.
He's on drugs again.
He's cutting himself.
So,
Shut the fuck up. That's not the truth.
I think the main reason why fan bases are an issue, especially for Josephine, is because basically you don't like those dumb niggas that come up with stupid trends. Basically, you don't like trends.
I don't like how seriously some people take anime. It's just a joke. Like, I understand I find anime like stories quite dramatic.
Why is CJ stripping?
And that's
Nah, it just came unbuttoned.
nigga, this is why we should just evict him off the fucking podcast. I mean, you was one of the first here, nigga. I'll make you the last.
Yes.
Right now,
Is that a threat?
right now,
We
it
can
looks
go
like
get
I'm wearing
Theo instead. We'll just switch you with Theo. That's fine.
I don't want to be replaced with an alien.
Oh,
You are an alien. You are an alien.
my
How
God.
can you
Yeah,
say?
LeMayo.
You come from fucking like
Pennsylvania.
That's racist.
Mars.
here's the difference. He looks like an alien. You are an alien. Like, you are literally from the planet Zlem.
From Slem, lives in
That's the
Antarctica.
difference.
From Slem, lives in Antarctica.
Allentown or Antarctica. Okay.
What is he looking for? It's like a fucking dog. You know when a dog follows a tail? That's what that was like. Fucking retard. God, is your parent in your house? It's like
Yeah,
We should move on.
No, we shouldn't.
Yeah,
Have you got any
true.
parents in your house? Have you got any parents in the house? Remember, CJ? So you can't just scream nigger and like with the ER ending, the race ending.
You would be banned from church.
I don't go to church.
Yes, you do.
So why are you dressed like a priest then?
Because I was at school.
Alright. That's enough of CJ
I
ripping
still
now. We
wish
did that
you
for a
would
good 2
also-
minutes. That felt really good. He's still got his shoes on and he's showing us for some reason. Anyway. Next topic, we should talk about IRL street racing. This is something which is actually quite interesting to me.
Yeah.
I don't know, nigga, if I would do this. I don't think the cops are going to be listening 15 minutes into this artistic drivecast. So I'm going to just say what I think. The in real life car scene and street racing scene. So basically, we're going to go off the assumption that we all have our dream cars. And by dream cars, I mean R32, S15, 240, and whatever the fuck CJ wants.
Integra.
And basically, you know, we in our new whip, nigga. What kind of street do you think you'd get into? Any street racing? What type of street racing do you think you get into? Just general talks, really. Do you want me to go first, just to give an example?
I pretty much know what I want.
All right, I'll go first. So, the first thing I would do is obviously if you're at a red light and some nigger comes up to you in an Aston Martin. And like, you know that scene out of Fast and Furious when you're in a straight line, no one's there, and he's like, good skyline. I'm like, nigga, fuck off. And that's one reason where I can see me just fucking going for it.
Yeah.
That's scenario one.
One of those. More than you ever afford, pal. Ferrari.
Find it, nigga. I'ma smoke your ass.
Smoke them.
But like, yeah, that's scenario one. Is if I see some nigger at the lights and he thinks it's, or if I see some idiot in a Corsa and he's like doing this to me in the windshield, like gunning me down like this, talking shit. Then I'll just kill him. The scenario two is I can see a bunch of friends going to like an industrial park and just messing around. There's a few industrial parks near me which are just completely abandoned. And they're actually quite good like playgrounds almost. I know. I shouldn't say this. I know a few people that go there already. I'm not going to say where, but there's a few industrial parks which can be utilised. So they will be utilised. It's the safest you can basically get beside the track for free. Because no one goes there. It's pretty much no one goes there. So that's another case of that I would use. That's really it. You know, scenario 3 is leisurely drives where you go on to like some really nice roads and just give it a bit of a but really I think we're all gonna
fucking machine gun.
And that's basically what I think I'm gonna get from quote unquote street racing in real life. Obviously I'm gonna drive the speed limit 100.
All right.
What's a new lane, Joe?
Basically, I can see myself like on the freeway.
CJ's gonna say some next level shit. I can see myself on the freeway going 200 miles per hour in my Honda Integra because I'm in a Honda and if anything hits my Honda.
No, but I can see myself like racing dudes on the freeway, like in sports cars and shit. At night.
Until the VTEC kicks in and then you go straight
Like,
into
most
a
of the- most of the street racing in where I live happens on the freeways. So from point A to point B, it's basically just like.
because y'all American niggas can't drive around the corner. That's why.
True, but that's down near Philly where they do that. But up here in Allentown, it's
Yeah,
usually
you took
just
that
on the
seriously.
freeways. Well, whatever. And then
Whatever.
also I can see myself just scurrying around empty parking lots and shit, like.
With an
industrial
Integra.
parks. Well, yeah, and then with my NSX as well.
Nigga, you better be getting that money.
Yeah.
You better be stacking that paper.
CJ's
you
gonna
want
be
the
there
NSX.
like, I love bad bitches, that's my fucking problem. And then he's gonna making it rain on them hoes because he likes bad
Yeah,
bitches, and that's his
and then-
problem.
And then when the cops come running here, whoop whoop whoop, and then we just all
Sounds like some
scare.
fucking fuck NS Need for Speed fantasy.
Yeah, it sounds like you're only talking about Need for Speed and not in real
Nah,
life, man.
nah.
I'm gonna go to the random bridge, I'm gonna jump it, and
Nah.
I'm gonna go ahead and fall into the parking
Nah, if
lot.
the cops all come, we just all pull over and take the ticket.
Okay, so here's what I would do in my case. Because if there's no scenario in mind, I would actually go and do street racing. Because there are a few things. The cops in here drive a fucking Corsa. So if they want to catch out, they're gonna have to get, I don't know, fucking something better. And if I were to street race or something, I would do it in the night, and I would tape my license plate with a paper or something, and for them not to.
I know what you're talking
write
about.
down.
There's a paper like for over here. I shouldn't say this. There's like film you can get to put over your license plate, and basically whenever a flash goes off, it like makes it so you can't see the license plate. Is that what you're talking about?
Yeah, that thing.
Like
And
special film.
I mean, they're generally like street racing. There's a lot of street racing on straight lines in here. I don't know why, probably because the cars are so fucking slow that's the only thing they can do. But I don't know. I would just literally go and do drag racing in here. That would be fun.
Okay, question. I know Jay hasn't still yet to answer, and don't worry, nigga, you gonna get your turn. My question is, if you were to go to like an industrial park or some shit, would you record it and put it on as a YouTube video?
Yes.
If everything's blurred out, yeah. And then I would go to a public library and upload it or something like that. Don't upload it from my IP, and then create it with an account created at the public library.
Okay, so you're a fucking retard, Jay. And this is a great. I've gave you a great transition here to go ahead and give your explanation too.
No, here's the thing. Skirting around, do you mean like literally ragging it around streets and shit?
Have you not just listened to what we just said? I literally we just had 3 examples of what we meant.
Did you not just say, what would you video it?
If you went to an industrial park, an abandoned industrial park, would you record a YouTube video? You were just driving around.
Or if it's
abandoned, no one goes there.
yeah, but if anything happens, like let's say someone reports you on it, that's pure evidence just on the internet. Whether you want to blur your thing out or
I
not.
never said yes or no.
I don't think so.
I couldn't take that
Really?
risk in the UK. In the
Yeah,
US,
not
which
here.
why, yeah, sure. But in the UK, because it's so small and everywhere's got CCTV, I couldn't risk it, even if I knew there wasn't.
You're right. The way you give. So
I just don't. I just wouldn't want to
yeah.
do. I wouldn't want to put any points on my license or anything. I don't think it's worth it.
I think honestly, if you're just doing like little 0 to 60, like speed, just
Yeah, and like
things,
I
that's
mean,
okay.
even donuts and burnouts if you've got money to buy new tires, things like
But
that.
nothing-
After all,
No,
it's
like
a
Jim
fucking
Connor shit.
abandoned place,
Yeah.
right? It's an abandoned place. You're not putting anyone at risk but yourself.
But this
Well,
is
you
the
did-
recording part, though. That's
Yeah.
that. Like, if I'm by myself, yeah, fair enough. But when you're like recording it and putting it on the internet for Uruguay, I mean, they're probably not that fucking law enforcing. And same in America, they don't give a shit. There's so many niggas doing that shit and put it on YouTube, don't care. But in the UK, I feel like because everything's so concentrated, it'd be a lot more like directed.
True.
That's why.
Yeah,
That's
I know.
why.
In the UK, like I've seen some of the newspaper. There's some cops that dedicate themselves to find videos on the internet to go and fucking put
There
people
probably
on.
is. I wouldn't doubt it if there was. Like, I legit.
Because, I mean, there's you usually you see. I mean, I don't take the mirror seriously because that's not seriously at all. But they usually do want, like, the people in UK do want to arrest people that uploaded something on the internet, and it's like a minuscule mistake. It's not even street racing or something. It's like so stupid. I say like, what the fuck?
The only issue is if it goes viral. If it doesn't go viral, you're fine. But say, like, Jay wants an S15. Say if you two are in England, you know, an Integra or a 240, pretty rare cars over here. R32 is especially rare. So if that is like, say, R32 speed doing street racing in England, if that goes viral, then you're fucked, basically. If it doesn't go viral, you're fine, but you don't really know that because YouTube is a pain in the ass sometimes. But anyway, Jay, you are yet to give your opinion on the situation, so I'm going to give you the magical speaking orb.
Nigga, all I know is once I got my blunt, I got
Blunt?
my blunt, and I'm
Your blunt.
driving. You know, I finally got a car that I've, worked my way up to get. I've saved up for, and I'm paying through. Like that, a lot of money is going to go into it. I am not going to take that thing that I put so much time and effort into just for a bit of adrenaline and to impress people, drive it around like a dickhead in the UK. I'm not going to do that because I want to keep it. I don't want points on my license, and I'm not a fucking idiot. If you want to go and speed and shit, let them. You do that. You lose your license. You get points. You drive illegally for the rest of your life. You do that. I don't care. That's your life. This is mine. I will though use my car for shows. I will treat it like a trophy. I'll put my car in my videos. I will vlog. I will do little cheeky things like 0 to 60 like you just said, and I'll do that kind of stuff. But I'm not going to literally go to I'm not gonna you see some people drive like fucking maniacs. The other day I nearly got knocked over. This guy in a Passat was driving. I was going across the zebra crossing as well. He had to stop. This nigga was I'm allowed to walk. He was ready to knock me over. I would have got compensation. I would have been raiding in the money.
You also would have been dead.
Yeah, no, I don't. I'm gonna sound like a bitch, but I'm not really into that hooning life, really. Not here anyway. There's no place for it here. I mean, maybe in America, yeah, it's a different story.
Right place, right time, and also along with that, as long as you're not putting anyone else in danger. I've always said this: as long as you're not putting anyone else in danger, there's not really much they can say. If it's literally just you,
people saying that, but police ain't nice people sometimes, and they will legit just try and be.
And you in an abandoned parking lot or some shit.
I can still see them trying to even it. Maybe the chances are very slim, but there's always that chance of them being just trying to pick an issue up for no reason.
I wouldn't do organized street racing. I do underground shit. Put it easy, medium, hard. I'm going hard circuit race on fucking Birmingham New Street. No way. There's no chance in hell you're gonna see me fucking doing organized street racing. 'Cause that's stupid. That's straight up stupid.
Don't they organize street races around the M25 around London? Don't they organize races around that?
The fuck do you know that? I don't even know what the M25 is.
They organize races. It's the thing here. They do that. Don't know why, because police always show up. You see it in the videos, online.
Birmingham New Street is a big one. It's basically a big strip of road where a lot of youths go and drive their Saxos and their Corsas. And it's pretty bad. If you just Google Birmingham New Street boy races, it will come up. It's one video where there's a toddler in the middle and he's doing the countdown, and it's fucked. It's actually fucked. You might have already seen it, to be fair.
Wolverhampton, everybody.
That's not Wolverhampton.
It's not more.
Oh, okay.
Fucking bitch. I said Birmingham as I was describing.
Birmingham, everybody.
But yeah, I mean that's generally my thoughts on it. I wouldn't want to just buy a car just to have it on show.
Yeah,
And I think that's-
I mean, I do get Jake's point, but it's just at least once in my life, I really do want to test that full speed that a car can actually
The thing is, there's two types of car people here that we're talking about. We've got the builders, like Jay, and then we've got the drivers, essentially. Because I mean, they've said it in fucking Need for Speed. You've got the people like Magnus Walker, and then you got the Nakai sons.
Then again, hold up. Then again, I'm speaking on no knowledge of how speeding feels, or how driving a car dangerously feels. I don't know what that adrenaline is like.
Oh, I did. Well, of
Have you
course,
ever been
kart
go-karting?
racing is not.
I mean,
No,
you don't
surprisingly.
even have to be going that fast. I mean, the first time you're going at least maybe 60 miles an hour, while you have really good music in the background. That's a good feeling.
Whilst you have really good music in the background, fucking go and kill yourself.
But the thing is,
legit, the first time you get into a car and you're even doing 20, 15,
Yeah.
it feels a lot faster than you think it does.
Yeah,
How
like,
much? How much does usually a card, a race card, a card? You know the things go usually top speed.
In the
Go
UK?
Because
All
gen-
card, well, most of the German manufacturers limit their cars to 155. You can
No,
get
no,
the
I'm talking
limit
about
taken
like
off.
those the kart racing cards,
Oh, go-karts.
go karts, those ones. How was the general top
Like,
speed?
They can't go that fast.
30, 40, maybe
Yeah, but
even
still,
20.
like I actually did run in those, and the speed is unreal. Like
Yeah.
even if it's not that much, it's just on a straight
It's
road.
so, especially when you're trying to like counter steer when the back end comes
Yeah,
out. Oh
yeah,
my
it was
god,
awesome.
it's so sick. It's so sick. I used to go karting quite a bit. No, it's sick. But driving a car is just something complete. Like just the way the steering wheel feels compared to go kart racing is so much different. Like it obviously depends on the car you're in, but like it just feels a lot better. Is the only real way I can say it. And there's just that sensation. Like when the only times I've really been in a car, I'm not gonna say what I was about to say. I was gonna say basically what I meant to say was when you get used to doing 15 and you kind of use that sensation, you want to go a bit faster to feel that sensation again. So then you go 20, and then you get used to going to 20, and then you go to 30, and that's why I imagine people have that like horsepower rush just to go up and up and up and up and up. Because like once you get to like used to 200 horsepower, you then want to go to 250, then 300, then 400, until then people get to the point where they're doing stupid numbers like 1,000, and they just can't be happy. Like they always need to go up. Now for me, I don't think especially in the UK, you can't use 1,000 horsepower on the roads at all.
Yeah.
I think a perfect sweet spot would be about 400, 500, maybe even 300 to be fair. Like you don't need that much in the UK. In the US, I had 1,000 horsepower Supra. I understand because there's long, big straights, but you can use it on. In Uruguay, probably the same. In the UK, about 400, 300 to 500, I'd say is pretty good. If
I don't know.
800, the absolute maximum.
There is legit no point in having a car that's that powerful here. Like you'd
Maybe
literally
to
be just
show
wasting
off,
your
but-
time.
Yeah.
But what? Show off what? Dying? There's nowhere
No,
to
no,
drive.
no, not
May I
dying.
say
mean,
also-
you do see lots of people on the internet having those 1,000 horsepower Supras and stuff like that, but it's just useless. What are you gonna use it?
Well, most people who do that take it to drags, and that's
Yeah.
that's something we'll talk about in a minute. But what I was about to say is a lot of people always talk about the top speed, and again, this might just be a UK thing, but from what I understand, it's all about the 0 to 60 over here because you can't ever get to the top speed. It's pointless. Like you can have a top speed of 200, but there's not enough road to get to 200. The 0 to 60 is really where it counts in the UK. That sensation of getting to 0 to 60 in like a second or whatever, like something stupid, that is much more like if you had a car that did 0 to 60 in a second and had a max speed of 100, that would be much more adrenaline rushing than having a car that does 200 and has a 0 to 60 of 5 seconds. In the UK, at least, that makes a lot more sense to me. And having a car that accelerates harshly.
Yeah.
I don't know. People seem like I think I saw who was it? It was that dude in blue who made a video about 0 to 60 don't matter. It's the opposite over here. Like the exact opposite. Top speed doesn't matter. Really, the main thing that matters in the UK is how the chassis set up and the suspension and the handling and how the acceleration is. From what I understand of having been driven a few cars. But
Yeah.
maybe I'm wrong. Before we go into the car scene bit, talk about legal street racing now. A bit of a brighter note. Can you see you guys doing any legal stuff, like any like track rep based stuff?
I mean,
I'd
if,
love to go to track days.
if
yeah.
the opportunity arises, yes. But sadly, there's only really one major raceway near me, and that's Pocono. And last I checked, that's only reserved for NASCAR and Indy, so they just don't have track days at all. Although there is one down in Jersey, but I don't know. But I can, if the opportunity arises, hell yeah, of course I'm gonna take it on a track day.
I would like to do it, but the problem here is that people that usually race in Uruguay, they're more broke than anything because they don't get there's not a balance between the money they get and the money they have to spend on their car. So they are usually more broke than anything. So it's just I want to, but I can't. So it's just horrible.
Mm.
Move out, nigga.
Yeah.
Live with me.
Come to America, man. We got.
No,
I got a
No,
bed there, nigga. You
no.
can sleep with me. Like we can sleep together,
Oh,
or you
Cam.
can
We
sleep.
have 1,000 horsepower
can sleep together.
Supras.
Yeah, you don't need 1,000 horsepower. That's stupid. You're just gonna wheel spin. A constant wheel spin. You don't want that. You don't want that.
Unless it's a stupid drag car, then
Unless
that
you're all-wheel
can't-
drive, but then that's a completely different. You're still gonna
1,000
fucking wheel spin in all-wheel drive, like with 1,000 horsepower.
1,000 horsepower Toyota Rav4. Then.
That's just
You
stupid.
play a lot of
Niggy,
man.
I haven't even motherfucking talked about my legal stuff yet. So I'm in a similar situation to CJ. Really, there's not really many track places near me. I'm trying to think of some off the top of my head, but I literally can't think of any. There's lots of car. Well, I've suddenly found there's a few
Yeah,
car
but
shows.
England isn't that big, and when you've got a car, traveling won't really be that
2
much.
to
of
3
an
hours
issue.
though.
Oh my God!
2
2
to
to
3
3 hours?
You're telling me you wouldn't do that like
That's
on
not. That's literally
once a
nothing.
month? Couple
Monthly.
times.
It depends. It really depends if you've got people to go with as well, and that kind of leads me onto the car scene thing. Like in the UK, from what I understand, from what I've researched and shit, the main crowd is with VWs, Golfs, Polos and that kind of shit, Audis, Beamers, and that's basically it. There's not really a JDM scene at all, from what I understand. There's Japfest, which hopefully me and Jay are going to, hopefully, if fingers crossed. And that's basically it off the top of my head. I can't think of any of the Japanese like festivals. So that kind of leaves a bit of a gap. Obviously, I want an R32, Japanese car. So I don't really know how I'm going to introduce myself with the scene. I've got a friend, he's called Hayden, he likes cars as well, and he's planning to get an RX-7. He says apparently the way you're supposed to drive an RX-7 is at the red line, and you basically you're supposed to drive it at the red line because that's how the rotary lasts longer. And I don't know, you read up on it basically. He's basically going to thrash his RX-7, basically what I said, to make it last longer, and I completely believe him.
Basically, you're supposed to like give it balls. It's just like it wants that.
Yeah, to make it last longer.
You got to understand that. Yeah, it makes it last longer, but that longer isn't long.
Yeah,
the car's lifespan, the engine's lifespan just isn't long. That's the issue with the RX series with me, and that's why I'm not going that way.
Well, he said that in its lifetime, he's going to need to switch the engine once, but apparently it's not even that cheap, and it's all right. Like the cost isn't that bad to switch out the engine once.
It isn't that cheap, or it is that cheap.
Pardon? It is not that cheap.
Okay.
I mean, no, sorry, I keep messing up my word. It is cheap. Sorry.
I was a bit confused there.
Yeah, it is
I
cheap,
get you, nigga.
So it's not too much of an issue, and he kind of wants to learn that stuff anyway. So it's all cool on him. But anyway, I guess that's kind of a bit of a segue to get into the scene. It's like I've got a friend who likes cars and he likes Jap stuff, so that's kind of cool. Yeah. Besides that, the only real way I can see myself getting into the car scene in the UK is through YouTube, through just like meeting people. Like maybe Jay, when he gets his S15, he might find someone, and then like eventually we'd meet up, and then like that would just branch out. Or maybe, I don't know, someone like Theo or Robin or whoever, they might come along and say, oh, we're going for a track day, and then there's a bunch of people there. That's only the real way I can see getting into the scene. Like when I'm going to these car shows and shit, really hard. Like I'm really bad at talking to people, so like just to go up to someone and be like, it's a nice car, I couldn't do it. I haven't got the self-esteem. Like I legit haven't got the self-esteem to do it. Like I don't know how I'm gonna cope tomorrow, like going up to people niggas and asking like, can I record your car please? I'm actually gonna shit myself. I'm really nervous.
Just do it.
I don't know, I've always had that sense of like, just I don't know, like it was different when I met Jay in real life, because I talked to you for hours upon end, but like I remember when I first met Tomcat in AR12, I walked in and I was like, hello. I was so bad. I was walking upstairs. You know when you like, you can feel it. You can feel like a shard of just glass going through your heart, and it's like, oh, I fucked it real bad.
You should have walked into the room and went like that.
Hello.
And then they would have loved you.
Or what if I just went and then I started having like a stroke on the floor?
I think
That would have got me out of it.
Yeah.
But I remember that, and I was shitting myself, and I'm gonna have the same thing tomorrow, to be honest.
Where are you going?
Going to the Telford International Centre for UK Dub National,
Cool.
something like that.
There's a Telford near me.
You know,
Wait.
no. He knew what he was doing before he said that. He knew what.
What?
Speedway, you know what to do. Just do it. Just do it.
No,
Should I?
Stuart, have mercy. Mercy, I swear to God.
Mercy. Okay, so that moves on into the car scene. So I've discussed about how I think I'm going to get into the car. Whoa, look at his red eye!
I'm so tired.
Jan, you're going to need to stay for another hour at least after this because we need to record a
Oh!
video.
Oh, you guys recorded a video yet?
Yeah, and I need to edit that shit, so I'm going to be up for even longer. But, so how do you guys think you're going to get into the car scene in your areas? Since Jay's really similar, I'm going to leave you till last. Because you can like talk in a minute. Speedway CJ, how y'all niggas gonna do it?
I do it now. It's the exact same way as yours next.
So, Jay, are you going or should I? Okay. Basically, once I get my Integra, I'm gonna put on a bunch of modifications on it, and then hopefully I'll be able to start taking it to this one. There's this one event that happens a lot called.
Sorry, I just imagine CJ. I'm gonna put all the modifications on it, and hopefully I get noticed. CJ's gonna be there with
by
a big fat
modifications,
big
I mean I'm
white
probably
cannon
gonna
and
fix.
like.
By
Didn't you say you liked the red and yellow color scheme?
No, red and black. Like red paint, black rims, black window tint. That's gonna be my Integra.
That's not too bad. I swear at one point you said you like red and yellow, like the one from.
That's horrible. Freaking ketchup and mustard. Ugh.
No. Don't fucking play this. You said you liked the Integra from the first Fast and the Furious film. Was it the first?
Oh yeah, I liked it, but that's not what I'm going to do to my car.
Yeah, nigga, the one that Ja Rule was driving.
Mate.
No, Monica! That ugly ass way.
No, that's a Jetta.
No, it isn't.
No,
that's the
that-
Integra.
Oh
Yeah,
shit!
that's
Sorry,
alright.
I need to get rid of the Skype chat.
Oh my god.
Yeah, that looks alright. But it's not something I want to do in my own Integra. But anyway, that's not the point. I'm gonna just like do some basic modifications, like fix anything that needs to be fixed. Basic alarm system because Integras are stolen a lot, and stuff like that. And then there's this one event that happens like every month actually, like on a certain day of every month called Cars and Coffee. And
Why didn't you say Cars and Coffee? All the niggas know what Cars and Coffee is. Like everyone who has ever lived knows what Cars and Coffee.
Just in case you live in Greenland and don't know what it is. But yeah, I'm just gonna go there. Maybe
Nigga, don't have Cars and Coffee over here, but I still know what the fuck it
some
is.
people and stuff like that. But there's a gas station near me called Sheets, and that's where all the local street racers like the.
It's called shits.
It's called Sheets. Sheets. And that's where all the drag racers like to hang out. So I'll just park up my car there and
What is it called? Sheets?
SHEETZ.
Like the sheets?
Yeah, it's Pennsylvania.
We're going to do the shits.
The defecation?
Defecation.
No, this is in India, please.
Oh, you racist motherfucker! I am just
Oh, you would have got straight up boom.
Whatever.
nigga. I swear to God, if you say it to any Indians, like if you go to the shits,
It's a
they're gonna fuck you up.
Hey,
They're gonna shit over your face. Is what they're gonna do.
Go to the designated shitting street. Alright.
I didn't know what the hell is going on.
I cannot believe CJ's
I
just done
actually
that.
don't know what is going on.
It's a 4chan meme, get over it. But basically...
Who the fuck are you? Who the fuck are you? You're an autist. You're an autist. You've got autism. Carry on.
But then, like, just go to the gas
Woo!
station and then meet up there. They have car meets there, because Sheets allows them. And they just drag race down this one divided highway that's pretty long, so... Yeah. That's how I'm gonna entice myself into the racing scene. That's how I'm gonna introduce myself into.
Why do you make it sound like some sexual fucking sick entice?
Anyway, Speedway. The question big. I've got two questions here. So obviously, how are you going to get into a car scene? And are you still going to be in Uruguay, or are you going to move somewhere else?
The thing is, I don't know if it happens in your country. You guys barely use Facebook, but I wasn't aware of this, and one friend told me that. Actually, he showed me a lot of Facebook groups in which you can actually. They set up events and things that are actual
They do a lot of
meets.
that over here too. Yeah, they do a lot of that over here. I've only recently noticed.
So I wouldn't actually. It wouldn't actually be that difficult to get in one of those. Like, I would just have to message the admin of the group and I say like, "Hey, yo, I got a cool car. Hey, you want to get me in or something?" And I know from what I heard, it could be really easy. I don't see it being too hard in here. Although I wouldn't know how the thing would work in another country, so I literally can't say if I ever move out from here, like if I'm not in Uruguay anymore. How it would be, because I actually wouldn't have any fucking idea of how the thing actually works. But yeah.
But like, if you were to move out, would you try to go for it?
Oh yeah, sure. Like if I have a car and not a fucking bicycle, that would be cool. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, it's a social process. Like, as long as you're socially confident, you'll be fine. But I know I can speak for me, CJ, and Speedway on here. Then us niggas ain't confident, to be honest. Well, and me
Actually,
and CJ definitely.
No, actually, for me, like, if I would go to a meetings, I would have no actual fucking issue of talking to the guy that owns the car. So
When I get nervous, I tend to my confidence just kicks itself and I talk. Like, I talk to get rid of the awkwardness.
yeah, the same thing happens to me.
If I can feel there's awkwardness, I try and kill it by talking. It's a natural thing as well. I don't even do it. Even if I'm nervous myself, I just naturally talk. I can't just stand there and make it even more uncomfortable for myself. I try and kill it. But that's just something that I've got. I know everyone else, not everyone has that.
I'll do one of two things. I'll either stutter quite a lot and mess up my words. I'll like drag it on for too long and like talk about topics for way too long, like compared to what I should do. And you can tell that I look uncomfortable. Like, no, I'm chill, motherfucker. I say what the fuck I want. But like I'm sure. I mean, I don't want to drop anything. Yeah, I'm gonna wait till after the call. But like, I'm sure y'all niggas notice sometimes when I'm a bit uncomfortable. Let's put it that way.
Yeah.
Like, y'all niggas can tell when I'm like, I mean, I had it with Theo when I first made videos with Theo. Like, I was always a bit, just a bit, I don't know, it was a bit weird because it was like, it was Theo. But like, now it's alright. Like, now I don't care. I can call him a nigger and it doesn't matter. But like, you know, it's just that level of having confidence. I don't know, that maybe it's like, I know a lot of people do suffer from it. It's like, it's not just me, but I don't know. I think you would have got over it by now.
If I had to say something, I would say that social media actually made it worse. Like those apps and everything. Like people don't usually have. I don't know. People don't usually have interactions anymore, so you do lose practice. Like
YouTube gave me a big confidence boost though. Like if I didn't have for YouTube, I'd be so much worse.
I'm talking more about Facebook or like those chatting apps.
Well, those are still social interactions. Maybe not face to face, obviously.
Not
but
really, because you can talk on the cell phone like you were like fucking, I don't know, the guy from CSI Miami, and then it's just you go in real life and you're a fucking retard. It's not the same thing.
But that's meeting completely new people, not like just talking to friends.
Well, talking to friends, yeah, but like when you meet new people or it's just different. Like,
the only new people I have met online, I have talked to through Skype, every single one. Like, literally every single one. I can't think of one which I haven't, to be fair. But that's just me. I mean, I'm sure I'm an anomaly. I mean, the issue with me, it's not like... I can talk if I want to, but it's like... It's just a very mixed thing. Like, sometimes I'll feel really up for it, and sometimes I won't. And it's like... It depends what mood I'm in. I'm not bipolar. But, like, at the same time, it's like... I know I need to like be in it. Like I need to like do it. Like it's getting myself. Once I do it, I'm fine. But it's getting myself to do it, which is the issue. Yeah. But anyway, I think we kind of have overgone with that topic. I think we should go straight on to the Q&A questions. I'm not sure if I actually got any. We'll find out shortly.
I don't know if I got any either.
It's 2:30, and I need to get this video done with Jay. So we're gonna hurry this shit up, Niggy. I don't even give a fuck if it goes for an hour. Hold up, I'm just waiting for it to load. 68 comments. Fuck my life. Okay, so Nixon9781 says, "What do you guys think of Gran Turismo Sport?" I, as long with Speedway, are the only one that have PS4s here. I think it looks like I think what it basically is GT7 Prologue.
Yeah, I don't know. It's
I'm
not
gonna get
just
it.
a prologue, but it's just it's a reboot. I would call it kind of like a reboot because he doesn't have the names anymore. But it just feels like
It feels
GTA
like
5 in a way. Like, you know how they did GTA 5 with the prologue and shit. It does feel like that. I know. It does look really, really cool, and I can't wait to get it. But for now,
It feels like GT7 Prologue, but it isn't.
Yeah.
Basically, so yeah, I'm never gonna buy it since I have a wheel and shit now, and I've kind of put myself in this position where like I should, and like it's like one of the only proper simulators out there. So I'm gonna try that shit. Anyone else have anything to say before we go on to the next one? Nope. Okay. Marisa GT2, and this is directly to CJ. How would you feel if you woke up with superpowers?
I kill myself.
Okay, next one, what race do you want to be? And his question is, if the Skyline brand wasn't sold to Infinity, would you think the R35 would be called a Skyline?
No.
That's a fucking good question.
The Skyline brand was sold to Infinity.
No, Infinity's Nissan's luxury brand. Like
That's
Acura.
what I'm saying.
Yeah,
I don't get that.
It wasn't sold. It was just transferred over.
They gave
Well,
that to the luxury.
It's still being given to like Infinity, whether they pay for it or not. So the question still stands. If it wasn't given to Infinity and Nissan kept it, do you think it would still be called Skyline?
Maybe for the sales. But
You think? I can see it. It seems like a completely different car.
it
Like
does.
the R32, 3, and 4 all have something in common. Even the earlier ones, they all have something in common. I just feel like the R35 doesn't feel like a tuner car anymore. It doesn't have those aspects to it. I don't know whether it's going to be like the R32 went really, really cheap. The R33 went really, really cheap. And then before the R34 gained in power, that was really, really cheap. I don't feel like the 35 is ever going to be really, really cheap.
I agree with you, but the thing that I said is just it doesn't feel like a Skyline, but I think that the only reason of what it did.
The R35 has just become a supercar.
Yeah.
It kind of is.
It can go head to head with most supercars of today. So I can't look at the R35 as a tuner anymore because of how mad it is. The technology in it is. Technology has always been in the Skyline series, but now it's just next level shit. Like the launch control on that car is nuts.
Imagine using that at a red light, fucking against the Corsa, fucking leaving for dust.
It can leave quicker than an MP-12, a McLaren. Fucking McLaren.
The McLaren is rear-wheel drive, though, to be fair.
But it's a McLaren. My point is, it's a McLaren. It's a supercar, and that's a Nissan GTR.
I can explain the reasoning for that, and like why. McLaren's a hell of a lot more luxury. All that money you pay for a McLaren doesn't just go into the car, which it handles amazing, I'm assuming, from what I know. But it goes into the interior. The GTR feels so plasticky on the inside.
Sorry, have you fucking had one?
I've sat in one.
I don't understand that.
Compared to a McLaren, like an MP.
You say this about a lot of cars, like the plasticky inside.
And it's important. It's important because
you're talking about
where
like
you're gonna be.
You're saying that the GTR has a lot more weight reduction in a way than the McLaren.
I'm saying that
the GTR does not look plastic.
The inside of a GTR compared to a McLaren is not as luxury.
Do you not think the inside of a McLaren MP?
And have you looked? Yeah, it's not plastic. After there's like everything's leather. You got a little like side console there with the iPad thing, the like, little dot like rolly thing. I know. And then with the
Yeah, but still,
GTR, the center console is all plastic. You've got the little plastic on the wheel, and that's what the Japanese cars suffered from. Not so much anymore. Like a lot of the Lexus, the MX-5 looks sick on the inside. I know the interior matters to me a lot because that's where you're going to be most of the
I don't
time.
understand what I must be looking at a different car to you. The inside, I'm looking at the GTR now. I'm looking at various pictures of various models. It doesn't. I don't think you realise that the GTR price-wise doesn't rack up to what the MP12 is either.
That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying.
That's my point.
The reason why the McLaren is so much more expensive is because of the luxury items in there, and that's where the GTR cheaps out on for performance.
I mean, I get what
yeah,
you're going
but hold
from,
up, and then you're contrasting what you're talking about. Then isn't that what tuner cars are about?
You say
tuner cars
that,
forever
but it's not the
had
cost
good
of a tuner. It's not the cost of a tuner.
But it can
But
do
the
a lot.
MX-5 does. The new MX-5 does have a nice interior. And that I would class as a tuner. Much more so than a GTR.
I still think the GTR is a mad car. I don't necessarily.
No, don't get me wrong.
I
I also think it is as well. Like, don't get me wrong. Like, it's a really nice car. I wouldn't personally have one because I feel like they're kind of cliche at this point.
I would.
Yeah.
One.
But I can appreciate it for what it is. But I'm saying, like, the reasons why it is so much cheaper is because they cheaped out on a lot of the luxury items which the McLaren has. If it had those luxury items, it could easily be the same price. I mean, if you look at the whole center console, like where they've got the dashes and all the dials and all the kind of the place around the TV monitor thing, that's all plastic. The shifter where that is, that's all plastic at the bottom. All the kind of inside the wheel is plastic. You don't get that in a McLaren or a Beamer or an Audi. It still wouldn't put me off getting an R32 though, because there's just something about the R32. It's just so raw.
I really genuinely don't think I give a fuck about interior as much as you do. Like you say, it's like one of the most important things, but
For me,
you're just talking about the price tag.
A car is about that feel you have, that drive you've got when you're driving it, like that. I've never felt.
But you also it wants to be.
This is what I hear.
To be
I don't hear people say, "Oh yeah, the thrill of being in leather."
Oh, but you want it to be a nice place to live in though, as well. You got to think about it that way. You're not gonna like feel. You're not gonna feel the R32 isn't awful.
Sorry.
Go on.
No.
You go on.
Because it hasn't. The R32's interior isn't. I wouldn't say it's nice interior.
Okay.
But then again, I would say the
S15 for a 90s car, not awful to be honest. Obviously, I'm not sure. Do you guys know who Robinson's Leather are?
No.
Okay, well, they basically they redo R32 interiors, and there's a company over here similar to them. They're Japanese, so obviously I wouldn't get done from them, but they would re-leather the whole interior. That's something I would definitely get done if I was getting an R32, which I will eventually in the future. As for the plastic, it's not that bad, especially again for a 90s car where like you have the Supra, which has
the dials, everything in
the dials. I don't like the dials. That's pretty bad. I that's the one area I don't want, but I can live with it because it's like the car I've dreamed for. Like it's not that bad compared to like the Supra. Well, like with the Supra, you got the whole plastic dash that comes across you. Don't like that at all. Not one bit. It feels a bit tacky to me.
Here's my point. You're giving me a great example to defend what I'm talking about. You're defending the car because you love it. You don't give a fuck
but
about
it's not even that
plastic
plastic.
dials and shit.
It's not
it
that
is
plastic.
though. It is though.
The only real. I'm looking at the interior now.
The interior on the R32 is nasty.
Are you looking at the same picture I'm looking at? Oh.
I'm looking at the Bob standard. It looks like a picture taken from a magazine.
That isn't too bad to me. I looks quite nice. Like I look. The front dash everything's leathery except.
Sound very defensive right now.
I'm just proving my point. I'm saying everything's leather besides the front console and the dials.
All right, guys. If you're still here, if you're still with us, does the R32's interior look plasticky? Comment below. Tell me. I want to know. I'm not trying to get at you, Cam. I just want to.
It's still honestly. It'd still be something I'd change. Like it'd still be something I'd want to modify. Like don't get me wrong, it's not McLaren 12C standard. Like I'm not saying it is. It's definitely something that I'd get replaced. But it's not awful compared to 90s cars.
For a 90s
Yeah,
car.
it's all plastic, so.
But, I swear, I swear on
JDM 90s cars. Obviously, for a fucking Diablo, it's going to be different. But like for JDM 90s cars, it's not that bad at all. Especially when you compare it to like the RX-7, the Supra.
I mean, it does look like leathery, but it's just plastic. It's plastic. Like even Volkswagen, small Volkswagens had that kind of plastic.
The RX-7's interior looked way better than the R32's. What are you on? Oh my god.
If it's what I'm thinking about.
In fact, no.
Look at all that plastic stuff.
Nigga, look at the dials. It's got the trim around, that silver trim. It looks like you're in like a pod.
That's personal preference, nigga.
There's no way on earth you're thinking right. If you're saying the R32's interior looks better than the RX-7,
it feels a lot more like.
What do you mean it feels, nigga? You've never sat in it. Don't say feels.
I say it looks. It looks just a lot more.
Feels.
Well, I meant to say looks, nigga. It looks just a lot more tinny. Is that right? A word?
Caro bucket seats. What are you on? Oh, God.
The R32's bucket seats.
But I don't know. maybe we're just getting a bit fanboy here with the cars.
I don't think there's anything wrong with this conversation, to be honest. I think this is
isn't. There isn't.
I don't know. It's personal preference in the end of the day. For me, I just feel like with a car, you're going to be sat in it all day long. You don't want to be sat in a place which just feels eh.
Yeah.
That's what it comes down to. If it feels
if the car's
boring,
good, you won't feel like that.
But you're not always going to be dragged when you're in city. When you are like in London and you fucking sitting there on the fucking clutch constantly in London traffic.
If you chose to commute, to like go about your daily business in a car that's not practical and not for that shit, then that's your own business and that's your.
But not everyone can afford two cars like that.
But if you chose, if you're in a situation where you have to go to work, like, and you have to be in traffic and stuff on a daily basis,
it's just 1 day trip.
Well, then that's not going to be an issue because if you've decided to take your car out on like a day trip, you're going
to be sat there in London traffic with all this plastic.
That's a very rare occurrence. I doubt anyone in London is going to have a fucking R32.
That's where all the R32s
go about their daily lives in an R32. Maybe I'm talking at my arse. I'm just trying to think about this logically. I couldn't see anyone say,
that's obviously just one thing. Obviously.
And then they've chose to spend that much money on a car like that and sit in it and be like, fuck this interior. Like, I don't know. I don't know.
Because from what, like, this, especially what my dad has said, he said, like, when you are stuck in really bad on and off traffic in a manual and you sat there, you want to be sat in a nice place. That again, it's what it comes down to. Anyway, we ramble on. We went over this topic loads. So next question is from Debot Mand, and his question is: if Need for Speed had a map expansion as well as other stuff in Need for Speed 2016, would you play it more than Horizon 3?
Sure.
Well, I don't know anything about Horizon 3, so I don't know.
If Horizon 3 was the same as 2, probably, to be honest.
Yeah.
If no, I think you both need to revoke. Think about it this way, right? All games get boring after a while. You can defend Need for Speed all you want, but all games get a bit drained after a while. Especially if you played them a lot. I played Need for Speed a lot, and I can honestly say right now I'm a bit like, what do I do now? Mainly because I don't really have a lot of people to play with. It's not like it used to be. Like, people have grown up and not everyone stayed on gaming. When I was on my Xbox 360, I used to always have someone to play online with. It's a bit different nowadays. Maybe that's one of the reasons why I find it boring, but I wouldn't say Need for Speed is a boring game, but there's only so much I can take of a game till I get a bit like, I've played too much of this now.
Yeah.
And I feel like as that can happen to Forza, that can happen to Need for Speed. It can happen to any game I play. And if an expansion comes out for Need for Speed, I will play that hardcore. And if that's out at the same time as Forza, I'll play them both simultaneously, and I don't think it will drain as much because I'll have those games to switch.
Yeah, obviously.
So
Obviously, but if Horizon 3 was extremely similar to Horizon 2 in like Australia,
you make me want to kill myself when you say that, because
are you really gonna play it as much as a Need for Speed map expansion?
No. You make me want to kill myself because even though I want to say there is no way they're gonna make the same game again. No, they're not that stupid. They've got a marketing team. They're a bunch of smart guys.
Remember what we said before Forza 6? We said all this shit before Forza 6, and guess how that turned out? The same Porsche DLC that we saw in Horizon 2. That's why I'm not getting my hopes up. If Need for Speed with every single update, still get the community hyped. They still get everyone excited. Still get people still play this game and have fun. And although you are getting a bit drained, we have overplayed this game to shit.
Yeah.
We have overplayed it. Like, it's to the point where we're in like the exclusive band of amount of people that have played this game. So and the fact they are going to still update the game, and with a map expansion adds so much more to the game. Like, I remember Big Surf Island lasted me so long. If they did something across those lines with like Big Surf Island, that shit could last for ages. I honestly think you underestimate how much a map expansion can really add, like especially if it comes with a new story like South Central or Big Surf Island did.
No, you have a point. You do have a point.
If Horizon 3 is literally just basically a map expansion to Horizon 3 with a new story, some more cars, a bit more customization like for selected cars, and in Australia, then I'm like,
alright then, what if New Forza turns out
if it's
to
in
be...
Japan, if it's in Japan and we got the fucking Y bodies and shit, then obviously that's a bit of a different story because it's a completely new game. I'll still play Need for Speed a lot, but Horizon 3, nigga, if that shit got like toge battles, nigga, and if I'm doing like Tokyo Drift, motherfucking going down a fucking like car park, then I'll play that. Yeah, sure.
I doubt it will be anything like that. But
being realistic, do I think that's gonna happen?
I don't think it's gonna happen.
I don't think it needs to be.
CJ, stop fucking typing. You're on a fucking podcast.
I don't think it needs to be so Need for Speed-esque to be a good game. I think that's what I liked about Forza in Forza Horizon base.
No.
If it's anything like Horizon 1, then yeah, sure. Horizon 1 is still one of the best. I've said this every week. It's one of the best open world games I've ever played. If it's anything like Horizon 1, just with drifting, it needs to have drifting in. That's a no-brainer, and it should be in Japan, in my opinion.
Yeah. But yeah.
Sure.
Yeah.
We can't
as long as it's not like Forza Horizon 2, then yeah.
Question: when is E3? Forgot.
June. First or second week of June, usually.
Yeah, that's what. Okay, next question is from Zane Plays Dirt 3. He says, would you buy coilover suspension or air ride suspension? Remembering that air ride is obviously a hell of a lot more.
Yeah.
In my opinion, the only real way to bag your car in the UK properly is with air suspension.
If you did it static, you're a dickhead.
Yeah, if you did that in the UK, speed bumps would fuck you up. So yeah, I'm gonna go bag my car.
Your car would die. It was stupid. America, like CJ, and it's a bit different.
I would go for air suspension because the problem with the streets in here is that they are all fucked up.
Same.
So if my car, dude, that would be so bad. I would get so mad.
It's worth the extra money.
Yeah.
Don't you think it just looks cool? Your car going down.
Yeah, like hydraulics. Like it's like
anyway.
Subtle hydraulics is basically what it is.
I don't get static. I don't understand. Why would you do that? Is it cheaper?
Yeah, 150 for coilovers, 1,000 for airbags.
Yeah, and I guess lighter as well.
It's more of a race car sort of thing.
Yeah. It's less of a showy thing.
Yeah.
It's more of it actually does something. But then, in contrast, you got static suspension, but your wheels are cambered to fuck, looking like a fucking space car, like it's floating. How can you really argue that you're a dick? I mean, in America,
90-degree camber.
in Japan, if your car wants to look like a space hoverer, let them. You do that. But here, that's stupid. Like, I've seen a Ford Fiesta around my area with like pink BBS wheels, deep dish and shit. Lowered to fuck. but I swear it must just be static because I've never seen it raised. And in that area as well, the speed bumps, I don't understand how that person.
Maybe he's waiting for airbags. Or I don't know why you'd customize a Fiesta in the first place, unless that's your dream car. But that doesn't. I know. I couldn't imagine myself falling in love with a Fiesta. Obviously, everyone's got their own taste. So
to their own, nigga.
Yeah.
they got their own taste. But if you want a pink Fiesta and coilovers, let them.
You want to freaking customize an Oldsmobile? Let them.
Go on to the next one.
Yeah.
Relating Robin.
All right, next one is from Mealink, and his question is,
Mealink.
how do you guys feel about Mario Kart being the most popular racing franchise? It's not Need for Speed is.
Yeah, Need for Speed is. That's more of a karting series. It's its own separate genre.
No. Need for Speed is bigger.
Okay.
In
Stop.
Forza is bigger.
Stop. Racing can be anything that involves the sport of racing. Running, swimming, swimming to the egg.
What the hell?
I want to see a game. I want to see Sperm
cars.
Simulator.
Yes.
Sperm Simulator. Yes.
And I'm about to Google this.
I'm pretty sure Need for Speed is the biggest,
Well,
alongside Gran Turismo.
like conventional racing games, yes, Need for Speed's the biggest. But when you look at the legacy that Mario Kart has,
is. Yeah, but we're not talking about that. Most popular racing franchise is what he said. Most.
well, when you look at statistics, yeah, but
Most pop.
at the current moment in time, Mario Kart seems to be a lot more popular.
You mad?
Mario Kart sold 110 million units worldwide. Mario Kart. Which one is this?
Gran Turismo is.
1992.
With all.
Are you doing this off stats or just genuine?
Well, overall, Need for Speed has sold a lot more copies, but at the current moment of time, it is more popular than Need for Speed. That's
don't
just
get
what I'm
it.
saying. Like
How
the
the fuck?
version for Wii U is probably sold a lot more, and 3DS a lot more people are probably playing Mario Kart Wii U and stuff like that than Need for Speed. That's just current moment in time, but overall, Need for Speed has sold a lot more, definitely.
What? You think more people are playing
This
Mario
game-
Kart than Need for Speed?
That's just me.
I
It's a
don't.
lot
I
more
think you're
popular.
underestimating Mario Kart. To be fair.
Yeah, you are.
Do you know how many fans that game
Yeah.
has?
Yeah.
It's not
Like,
one of the
I-
most popular though. No way. Considering Gran Turismo,
It's one of Mario and Mario Kart as a whole are one of the most popular games. Full stop.
Yeah.
I'm not denying it's not popular, but it's not the most popular racing series. When you've got Gran Turismo, Need for Speed, and like Burnout and like Ridge Racer.
Yeah, I
What
understand
is-
that. Like, but right now, compared to Need for Speed, it definitely is.
I mean,
Do you really think I'm underestimating the amount of people that
I'm
play the
looking
Wii?
at this
Yeah.
website now, and total global sale. I don't know when this article's from. 2013. How many games have come out for Need for Speed since 2013?
Can I ask a question as well? What's the latest Mario Kart? Is it 9 or 8?
Mario Kart.
11, isn't it?
No, that's no. Mario Kart
11.
8, I'm pretty sure.
It's
Mario Kart 8. Mario Kart 8.
Nigga, I lose track. I don't know how many games Mario will be bringing
I'm
out.
gonna look at the sales on VG charts right now.
Mario Kart 8
Because
actually has
I do-
licensed cars.
And if you
I don't.
get-
I can't believe it.
What?
Okay, so Mario Kart sold 6.71 million on Wii U.
Yeah.
And you try to tell me it's the most popular when Need for Speed sold like 18.
What game?
Well, in only
Which
one
one?
Mario
console.
Kart 8.
Hey, no.
What?
You need to Mario Kart Wii. Look up how much that sold. Mario Kart Wii, just that.
Alright.
The one that kind of took.
To be fair, everyone had Mario Kart Wii. I tolerated that shit. 35 million. To be fair though, with that being said, everyone had a Wii. The Wii was the
What?
best-selling console.
But here's my
I
thing.
actually didn't have Mario Kart Wii.
Here's why I think Mario Kart as a whole
You're
is
a
more
fucking
popular
autist.
than. In fact, I would say I would think that Mario Kart is not to car enthusiasts. I think you're taking this in a different way, because Mario Kart stretches out to
I
such
genuinely don't think I am though.
what.
I genuinely believe that Gran Turismo is a bigger series.
No, I don't think so because
I
what are you
don't-
talking
I
about in
don't.
terms of sales?
Because-
I don't understand.
Because if we're talking about a game that is
Has to be.
only exclusive to one console.
Yeah, Mario. Well, so is Mario.
Yeah,
I just
but Mario
remember
is different.
GT3
It has
being the best-selling game of that gen.
But hold on, there's a difference between Gran Turismo and Mario Kart. Mario Kart is focused literally to everyone. I can't see a 5-year-old playing fucking Gran Turismo. Like, I can't see it in my head. Like, then you can see
GT3
people
is
like,
okay. Maybe I was a bit wrong. GT3 sold 15 million, which is still a fucking lot, and then
It
GT4
is.
sold 12.
But you've got to look at it in a
Yeah.
different aspect, like Mario Kart.
How much did
Mario
Mario Kart
like the
DS?
biggest
'Cause that was a
fucking
big one
gaming
too.
franchise ever. It's like the most. Everyone knows who the fuck Mario is, nigga.
Yeah.
Guess how much Mario Kart DS sold?
How much?
Oh.
You're not gonna believe this. 23.37 million. It's the third most popular
DS!
game on DS, along with Mario Bros and Nintendogs.
This is how you know freaking Nintendo be on stacks. Oh my goodness gracious me!
Fuck
Yeah.
my life. I didn't think it was that popular.
Oh, it is
here's-
definitely.
I
remember
You know
on the-
what?
Sorry,
Come on.
I apologize.
No, I can't myself.
But I remember on the bus on the way from home from school, we'd all connect our DSs and play it. So, yeah, it's pretty popular. Everyone had it. I mean,
I genuinely thought. I thought the
Un-
Wii series was kind of dying down, but
Underground 1 on PS2 alone sold 7.2,
mm,
which is still pretty much on one console. That's pretty lot for one console. But I doubt that's negating a 35 million. I'll tell you that now.
here's something interesting, and how crazy and how low Forza's gone. Forza Motorsport 4 sold 14 million units.
nice.
That's a lot of
Now,
fucking
if you
copies.
compare that, huh?
That's a lot of copies.
Yeah.
If you compare that to what they're doing now in sales, it's a bit of a
I don't
joke.
even, have they broken a million?
I don't even think. In
Do
fact,
you want me to check?
surely.
Do you want me to check?
Yeah, go for it. If they
Forza-
haven't broke a million, then that's sad.
Didn't you say that they sold like 400,000 or 600,000 or something?
Sad if they haven't.
Oh god, this is actually kind of upsetting. I don't want to read
How
this
much?
out.
Did you know how Horizon 2
Horizon 2 sold 0.8 million, so that's 800,000.
They didn't even break a mill on the
Really?
Horizon.
Oh, on 360. Yeah, on 360.
Oh, okay.
Shit, I shit myself then.
Confused the fuck
Okay,
out of
well,
me there.
it's still bad. It's still bad. On
Yeah.
Well,
Horizon 2 for
not
Xbox
really,
One, it was
because- no, 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 no.
1.29.
Point
Okay.
two.
God, that's a lot off. So didn't they realize? Aren't they realizing that
Horizon
they're
1
doing
was 2
something
million.
wrong?
Horizon 1 was 2 million.
Yeah.
Are they not realizing that they're doing
How
something
much?
wrong?
How much was Horizon 2 again on Xbox One?
2 million.
Okay, so Horizon 2 was 1.2, and then Horizon 1 was 2.
Ooh.
Forza's Motorsport 6 has sold 1.38 million, as well Forza 5, the shitter game, has sold 2.15. Obviously, it's been out for a longer time, so that's going to pay a factor, but still, it's pretty bad. And then fucking Forza 3 sold 5.5.
So I'm telling you, this is why Forza 4. I'm telling you, it was the best one. It
Yeah.
was their pinnacle, and they went so shit. How can you? Did they not realize? Did they not see? Oh shit, this one's selling great. Let's carry this on and see if people come back to it. No, let's fucking kill the series and literally just shit all over it. Let's just smear our shit all over Forza Motorsport 5, and then do the same for 6. In fact, no, let's clean 6 a little bit. Let's give it a bit of a wipe and then give it out.
And this is what we think of Mario Kart being the most popular racing series.
Yeah.
And with that being said, we're going to go on to the next question.
No, I'm not done. I'm not done. Do they not look at their
Okay,
component? Do they not look at their competitors? That you've got Gran Turismo selling 65 million units.
Oh my god,
No,
I'm going to find out how much Gran Turismo is
86
selling.
million. Do you not see what the fucking people want? You stupid bold prick. Dan Green won't die. I never want to be
Guess how
involved.
much GT6 sold?
I
Guess how much?
If you are hearing
Guess
this
how-
somehow, die slow.
I'm guessing 6 mil.
Yeah.
That's just a guess. 6 mil.
GT6 sold more than both of them. Sold 4 million.
Ooh.
It sold more
Oh,
than 45 and 46, and it's on PS3, and it came out when the PS4 released.
Oh my god, that is the ultimate insult right there.
Imagine if that came out on PS4. If that came out on PS4, that would have outsold them easily. That would have
Yeah.
that would have got loads of sales.
Like,
Um,
how
and
much
then
did Forza
GT5
6 get again?
GT5, hold up, nigga. I'm gonna let you finish. GT5 at the
Come on.
pinnacle of the PS3 sold 1.5 million.
Jesus
GG.
Christ.
That's like more than any Forza game
How
ever.
much did Forza 6
And the
sell
360, I'm pretty sure, was a much more popular console back then too.
I want to ask something. Do you know how many units the Drive Club sell?
I can find out. What were you gonna say, CJ? Because you said something about
How much did
20
Forza 6 sell again?
It was like 1.3.
For one console, that's bad.
To be fair, for
Yeah.
Gran Turismo 3, it sold 15 million. GT4 sold 11. The original sold 11, and then 5 sold 10.7, which is still pretty consistent when you think about it as a series, as a whole. Drive Club sold almost 2, so 1.92. So
Wow.
more than Forza 6. But not as much as 5, just under 5. Which is fair enough, considering the start they had, which was awful. The start was absolute fucking
Yeah, to be
A.
fair, it was dreadful. Yeah.
Yeah, I can see exactly why that's the case. That's all. That's everything here in terms of sales. Anyway, we're going to the next one, which is from Haroon Ali. His question is: how does CJ use Skype in Antarctica?
Let's see.
He rapes.
I've-
he
I've-
rapes. He rapes.
No, I'm the
Yeah.
person in Antarctica, not you.
Oh.
And that's how we use it. So I'm going to the next question from Apple Slipper. His question is: can you list some pretty cool and appropriate cars that could be implemented into the Ventura Bay Police Department if it needs to be 2015?
Police. Hold up.
This is CJ's fucking wank fest right here. He's gonna go on for days and days and days about.
You're gonna see the Bugatti come through like.
No.
Chicharron, Niggy. I'm gonna see the Chicharron like.
Nah. I feel that the police Ford Interceptor unit, basically the replacement of the Ford Crown Victoria could be a good, it could replace maybe like the GTO for in Most Wanted or something like that. It could be in between, it's pretty fast, I'll say that, and they can add that. Also, this police car hasn't been in a Need for Speed game since Hot Pursuit. I forgot what it's called. I think it's called the Carbon Police Car.
Yeah, Carbon. Yeah, I remember.
Yeah, it's
2010. Yeah.
Yeah, if you just type in Carbon Police Car, you'll find it. It was in Hot Pursuit. I feel that would be a great addition to the Ventura Bay.
But that's low. That's in the same level of a fucking Interceptor, man. Like the
yeah,
Impala.
I know, but still, it actually can go pretty fast. But
If we're gonna talk about something to add, we should just I don't know.
and people have said that the Corvette cop cars are unrealistic, but the thing is, actual police departments in the U.S. have Corvette cop cars, so seeing a few in Ventura Bay Police Department would also be kind of cool.
Okay, so if you haven't fell asleep, that is the end of Drivecast.
Oh.
I've checked all your videos. There's never any on there. But Niggy, don't worry, I ain't just leaving you in the dark, Niggy. I checked. That's what I was doing while CJ was talking bullshit. Police cars. Anyone want to go? I don't really care as long as there's some faster shit. Corvette would be nice. That was it. That was the end of Drivecast. The reason Nina's not here is because he died again, so he'll be back next week after he's done snorting cocaine. But for now, that was the end of Drivecast. Bye.
Bye.
Wildcard.